Miss Charlie and I are working on a project this morning. This project is for Teacher Appreciation Week. The original idea came from the internet, but a coworker of mine found it when she was searching for something to give her own children's teachers for Teacher Appreciation Week. And I happened to walk into the room when she was doing her research and I saw it and I thought that is really cute. So I decided to recreate this little project. I'm going to explain it to you, including the items that we purchased, where we purchased them, all that good stuff. I'll insert an inspiration picture from the internet so you can see the end goal. And then I'll let you know how I modified it to meet our needs. So, we purchased a lot of this from the dollar store. These little blue planters all came from the dollar store. I have 6 of them. They don't currently have drainage in them, but these little X's on the bottom are meant to be poked out if the recipient would like to use it as an actual planter. But I figured I would leave it as is for now in case they would like to use it in a different way. So we grabbed 6 of those from the dollar store. I grabbed some of these floral foam circles, got 6 total of those. Then we got some of this decorative shred from the dollar store. I chose this bright green option because we are looking to mimic grass. I also purchased some Twix from the dollar store that doesn't totally go with this, but we are going to add it to this to give it a little extra oomph, and I'll explain that coming up. And then from Amazon, I purchased some Expo markers, and this tissue paper was from the dollar store a while ago, but I had it on hand at home. So those are the items we have as supplies, and ultimately what I did, this is my almost finished one that I worked with last night in order to make sure it was going to go smoothly when the kids helped me with it today. So last night I got one of these little foam rounds and I placed it down on the bottom, and it doesn't go all the way to the bottom, which is exactly what I wanted, but I did notice that, so my plan was to stick the bottoms of these into the foam round, and that was going to just make them a little bit more shallow than I wanted once they were pushed in. So I ended up taking 2 pieces of tissue paper, balling them up, and putting them in the very bottom so that this foam round would sit up a little bit higher. And then once that was accomplished, I went ahead and pushed the bottoms into the foam round. With a little bit of pressure, I was able to push them in, and then they stayed attached nicely. Once that was accomplished, I put some of the green grass all in between the little Expo markers. And then the last step is going to be putting some paper cutout flowers around the top here. And this little portion of the Expo marker is going to be the center of the flower. So it's going to be a little bouquet of flowers that we will gift to the kids' teachers. And the flower stems are the Expo markers, which makes them functional. So the goal with this overall project is, of course, to celebrate the teachers in my children's lives, because as a teacher myself, I know just how hard we work in this profession, and we want to show them thanks for all that they do for our adorable little people. So I also wanted it to be something that was functional, that they could use, and wasn't just going to be like an added item that would clutter up space. So that was the idea behind this. And then the Twix, there are some cute... Colin just arrived home from T-ball. The Twix, there's some cute little sayings floating around, and it says something like, "Betwixt you and I, you're the best teacher ever," or something of that nature. So I got Twix so then we can create some little individual notes from each of the kids to their teachers for them to go along with their little flower pots, and we'll just probably place the Twix on the bottom and tie the note to it or something to that effect. So budget friendly, but also does show that we really do appreciate the teachers in our lives. And I'm going to go ahead and assemble these with Charlie, maybe some of the other kids, now that everyone is home. And we will see how it turns out in the end. test flower number 1. Looking pretty cute. I originally had planned to just put the flower over this little top piece, but Brandon did make a good point. He said if we put the cap through it, then it's going to hold the flower on really well. So that's the new plan there. If you had a Cricut, you could definitely make this faster by just Cricuting all the flowers. I do have a Cricut, but with the construction that we have going on upstairs in our master suite area, all of my craft stuff is not the most easily accessible. So I think in my head I still thought this would be easier. So here we go. Thank you for helping me grow. Love. You're gonna write Colin right there. And then this one says, thank you for helping me blossom. Love. You're gonna write Colin right there. Thank you for helping me grow. Love, Colin. Good job, buddy.